What can I say? Don't underestimate me. Stop being a grumpy old man. I'm coming for you.
Congratulations. What was your reaction when you heard the news?
Oh look, it was a bit in the making, but I got so pumped up. I had this, I don't know, I can't even describe it. I had this thrill. I'm fighting for all the belts in Las Vegas. It's a dream come true.
It's Charlo that you're facing, given the history between you two.
Yeah, this is the fight I wanted. You know, Charlo's the top of the division. He's the top boy. He's the one that, you know, you got to take out to be the best. You know, if you want to be the best, you got to take out the best. So, yeah, it's the fight I wanted, and I'm quite excited for it.
Are you expecting him to try to get under your skin with what he says during the lead up to this?
Nah, man, I'm really not rattled at all by any of his comments. He's like an angry old man. You know, he's just grumpy all the time and whatever. Let him be. I'll try to get under his skin.
Have you got a venue in mind?
We know it's Vegas. You know, we know it's Vegas, and that's all for the moment. At the moment, if I recall, January 28th, my dad had his first world title in Vegas as well. So we're going to do it 27 years later, but I've got 4 titles to fight for this time.
Do you plan to head over to the States for a bit of training camp beforehand, or when do you plan to go?
Yeah. I'll be basing my camp there. I'll be there for 2 months. Look, this is the biggest fight of my career. It's the biggest fight for anyone. This is the pinnacle of the sport. This is the pinnacle of all sports in general. All 4 belts. This is as big as it gets.
You see the sort of like the 10-month layoff in between as a good thing or a bad thing? Is it more time to prepare?
No, there's no layoff. There's no layoff. I'm not sitting on the couch doing nothing. I'm training anyway, so it's not a layoff.
The hands written.
The hands? Yeah, the hands are good. You know, it's a gradual, slow process, but they're going to be good. All that matters is that 28th of January, they're going to be all good.
I guess coming into this, you probably would have known it was going to be not a layoff, as you said, but it was going to be a significant weight considering the packed end of the year with PBC. So I guess that's not too much of a shock that you're going to have to wait till January 28th then.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm fighting on the biggest platform of boxing for all the belts in Las Vegas. It doesn't get any better. So a few months later, it doesn't bother me.
It's early days now, but is there anyone you've considered taking over for your camp that you didn't last time?
For sparring and that? Yeah. Oh, there's a few boys we've got in mind. We're gonna again talk to them, but they're gonna be top level for sparring.
You haven't actually had a break this long in your professional career between fights, so how are you going to tailor your training to make sure that you're peaking for fight week?
Yeah, look, I'm basing my foundation now, my strength work and all that stuff. But yeah, it'll be interesting to time it perfectly. But I know I'll be ready 100%, and I'll peak at the right time with the preparation, with the sparring. We've got time on our hands, and this is the first time I've actually had time on my hands. Usually everything's a rush, everything's non-stop, and that sort of rattles you as well. But this time I'll base myself there. I'll make Vegas my home, and I'll get the victory.
Jermell Charlo winning the Undisputed titles at 154 pounds. Obviously, this is your division as well. You're a top contender. Just overall, your impression of how Jermell handled the things that Castano presented to him?
I think he did well. He banged on. He got caught a few times. He was able to, box well. And the pace was incredible. The first 6 rounds, those boys were at it. I had a 3-3 going through to 6. And then I feel like Castano just slowly started fading a little bit, and gave Charlo the rhythm and space that he likes, that he needs. Otherwise, the first 6 rounds, it was highly competitive.
Yeah, it was, man. It really was. What do you think caused Castano to kind of slow down there? Do you think it was Jermell's power?
I think it was more the pace, because Charlo was landing during the first 6 as well, you know, but he just kept coming with the pace. And I thought at one time Charlo looked really, really tired. And then Castano sort of let him off the hook. And I think he was tired. And, yeah, you know, that's all it takes.
After the fight, your name was brought up by a reporter in Australia. I'm not sure if you saw the clip, but it kind of exploded. They didn't like that your name was brought up. Did you see the clip?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Yeah, I know.
Oh, look, Charlo's he's just an angry person, eh? He never really smiles. I would have thought, after the fight, he'd be happy, you know? He's sitting there all cranky, going off at all different reporters. Wasn't the only reporter. I think he went off at a few reporters. And
yeah,
that's just how he is, you know? He doesn't like to be told anything.
The reporter I mentioned, he had spoke to you prior to the fight, and he said that you felt that Charlo was a bit soft. When you're referencing to that, when you say that, do you feel like mentally, do you feel soft as in like physically? Like what were you referring there?
No, look, I thought the fight that he did that night, just the first 6 rounds proved that, you know, he digs in. And it gained my respect, man, honestly. I always thought that he was just going to outbox him, try outsmart him and look for that one shot. And as soon as Castano wants to try bang, he's not going to bang. But he did bang, man. So, yeah, it's good. He got my respect.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know, both guys fought a hell of a fight, man. And I know a lot of fans are wondering, like, how can your pressure be in there with a Charlo? Because if you look at this first fight and the second fight, he did some good adjustments on the pressure style of Castano. But I spoke to Fondura after the fight, and he still feels that Charlo has trouble with pressure.
I agree. It's just got to be the right way.
How so?
You got to be able to strategically break him down.
Yeah, I know you don't want to give away too much, but I would imagine you're already kind of like see a path to victory there for yourself.
Yeah, of course. Look, how do you describe Triple G's pressure?
It's just smart. Yeah.
It's like you're hunting. You're going hunting.
So how does the fight look between you guys?
Look, it's an interesting fight, man. It's an interesting fight because you really have to just see how it plays out. You know, anything really goes. But you know me, I'm a walking zombie, and I'm gonna just keep at it, and I'm gonna bring a pace that he's never felt before.
I would imagine, you know, Charlo fans would say like, well, Tim, okay, you bring up a good point, but Charlo's power, man, like you can't get hit with bombs like that.
No, of course not. But you can also be able to take it, you know.
That's the great thing about being young and having a good chin, right? you can take those.
Take it, keep looking forward.
Yeah, because Fondura said the same thing after his fight. He's like, hey, as long as my chin holds up, I take that fight.
Yeah, same here.
Curious, what do you make of Fondura?
He's a top bloke, man. Top bloke. Good, nice guy. Super tall. And he's a beast of a fighter as well. I like the kid.
It's so weird to look at him, right? You look at him and he's like this goofy looking kid. Like he seems like he's harmless. And then you see him in the ring and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, he's a killer.
Yeah, he is. I don't know how someone can go through a fight like that with 2 torn tendons. Like, when did you tear them?
I think it was in like round 2. It was nice and early. I remember at the end of the fight when my trainer pulled off my gloves, I thought, you know what, I think my hands are broken.
Oh, what did you like feel like a pop, a tear, like a snap?
Yeah, I didn't really. During the fight, you don't really feel much, but I was feeling it through every punch.
Jeez, yeah, you go through 12 rounds throwing the punch. How bad was it, like pain-wise, during the fight? Or is it because you had adrenaline going, it wasn't too much?
No, I could definitely feel it.
Yeah?
I could definitely feel it. Yeah. Nothing I can't handle. Pain, little pain is nothing anyway.
Man, I hear about boxers fighting through those types of injuries, fighting like with a broken hand, and I just sit there and think like, man, how can you guys get through a fight when like your main weapon you can't use? It's like broken.
Well, you got to think of it as kill or be killed.
How is that dynamic? You know, you and him both being pros. How was that growing up? Did you guys get in a lot of fights?
Yeah, I'm the older one, so I always had it over him.
You picked on him?
Nah, he always tried to pick on me, so that's why I had to give it back.
But what do you make of your brother, man? How high is the ceiling for him?
Look, it's still early days, second fight in, but the kid's got power. The kid's got crazy heavy hands, and he's a good boxer as well, and he's only developing, and he's got a big future.
How nerve-wracking is it for you to watch him fight?
Very.
Yeah.
Very. I can't even. It's hard. It's hard.
You know, the Tszyu power, obviously it's with you and with your brother, but you know, your father, did he want you guys being pro boxers like growing up, or like was he totally against it?
He was never really against it. He let us do whatever we wanted to do, and he always supported us, but no, 100% he didn't want it. And I feel it because when I watch my brother, it's bloody hard.
What did he tell you to do like growing up?
He tried to put me into soccer or stuff like that.
And that wasn't for you, huh?
I could kick a ball.
You'd rather punch someone than kick a ball.
Exactly.
You know, what would you say is the best advice he's giving you though, going into a career as a boxer?
To never give up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Never give up. That's the number one.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.